Hey there! My name's Jack, and one time, I stopped to help a girl out with her broken down car. The moment I did, I instantly regretted it. But before I tell you the rest of my story, don't forget to subscribe, give this video a thumbs up, and hit that notification bell icon to show your support for me and keep updated with all new uploads. So, yeah. One day, I was driving home from dropping a friend off at the airport. I'd driven about 30 kilometers out, but Saul was one of my best friends, and however I could help my friends, I did what I could. It was on the winding, mostly quiet back roads that led to my farmhouse that I noticed a woman trying desperately to get my attention by waving her hands over her head. I noticed that her car was smoking furiously, and that one tire was on the ground behind her. It looked like a bunch of things were going wrong for her, and so I decided I should help her. I slowed down and parked behind her car. I waved from behind my windshield. Her smile was sweet and innocent. I smiled back at her and offered my assistance. "Hi there. Car trouble?" I said. She shrugged her shoulders and said, "Just my luck, right? And on these deserted roads, too." "Oh, these roads are fine, don't you worry. Lots of nice people around here. In fact, I live not too far from here." Her eyes lit up. "Oh?" she asked. "Yeah, my place is just down the road," I said. "Looks like my luck's finally turning around, eh?" the girl said. I didn't even remember to ask for her name, nor did I remember to give her mine. Soon enough, I finished helping her. The tire was easy enough to replace, but her engine, well, I couldn't exactly figure out what was wrong with it. All I knew was that it wasn't going to get fixed anytime soon. I told her as much and offered to give her a lift anywhere she needed while she waited for the towing company to take her car to the shop. She asked if I didn't mind her waiting at my house in the meantime. She said she didn't know anybody nearby, and so she wasn't really sure where else to go. I obliged and thought, well, it wasn't that often that I had any company at home, so why not? She seemed like a nice girl. No reason not to help her. Turned out, meeting her was more trouble than I thought it would be. "Mike's a good friend of mine," I told her after referring Mike's shop to her. "I'm sure he'll get your car sorted out, no problem." "Thank you so much for helping me out. I hope I'm not being too much of a bother," she said when I welcomed her into my home. "Not at all," I said. "Can I get you anything? Water, lemonade, iced tea?" "Iced tea sounds lovely," she said. We chatted for a bit and had iced tea together while we waited for Mike's call. To be honest, I was hoping he'd call sooner because I had a bunch of things planned for the day, and I was anxious to get to them. It was then that I realized I didn't even know her name, and I'd already let her into my home and served her drinks and all that. So I scratched the back of my head, embarrassed to ask her. Where are my manners, eh? I never even gave you my name, and I never asked yours. I'm Mike, by the way." Suddenly, I began to feel nauseous. Everything began to spin, and before I closed my eyes, I heard the girl say, "Oh, I know exactly who you are, Jack." I found myself lying in an unfamiliar bed in an unfamiliar room, and sitting all too close to me on that bed were 3 girls. One of them, the girl I helped with her car. I shook my head to make sure I wasn't dreaming. I pinched my arm, and then I said, Where am I? Who are you guys?" The girl I helped came closer and said, "I'm Zelda." "I'm Tara," said another. "I'm Xena," said the last of them. "Weird names, right? You can blame our dad. He was a total nerd," said the one whose name was Tara. "What am I doing here? Weren't we just at my farm?" I asked Zelda, confused. "And now we're here," said Zelda. "At our place. Do you love it?" What happened to your car? Mike? Mike was supposed to fix your car," I said. "Oh, don't you worry about that old thing. It served its purpose," said Zelda. My brain struggled to catch up to what she was saying. And then I got there. "Wait, what do you mean?" A classic honey trap, really, commented Xena. Is he really gonna be this slow the whole time? Said Tara. Oh, girls, take it easy on the guy. He's probably still a bit loopy from the pills I slipped into his iced tea. Give him time. Give him time. His type is usually pretty easy to break. They're always eager to please. Then, Zelda turned to me and pinched my cheek. Aren't you, big boy? You'll do absolutely everything we tell you. Oh, I know you will. I watched you for weeks. I know exactly what you're into. Your search history's full of maid fantasies, eh? Dirty, naughty beta. Reality of the situation finally sank in. I should have chosen that day to be a jerk and not stop for strangers on the road. I should have listened to that tiny voice in my head that told me to keep driving. But, as usual, I didn't listen to my instincts. The girls dressed me up in what I could only describe as something butlers would wear. They made me serve them. All day, 7 days of the week. They made me cook for them, clean their cabin in the woods, and waited on their every need. They even made me brush their hair before they went to sleep. Sometimes they would make me pretend I was their boyfriend. I had no choice. Whenever I would even think about disobeying, Zelda would press a button and the collar they fastened on my neck would shock me. Even without the shock collar, I bet Tara could snap me in two if I so much as looked at her wrong. She was built like a truck. One night, Zelda made a move on me. I tried to push her away, but she shocked me with the collar until I had no more strength to resist her. She kissed me, and as soon as she pulled away, Tara and Xena appeared from nowhere. Hey! No fair! I had dibs on kissing the butler! Protested Xena. You can't be keeping our toy to yourself, said Tara. What could I do but oblige their weird fantasies? One by one, I kissed the sisters. But they wanted even more. The girls pulled me in every which way, each wanting to kiss me more than the other. Luckily, the doorbell rang before Tara could tear one of my arms off. Ugh, who's that? What bad timing, said an exasperated Xena. Oh, that must be the pizza I ordered, said Tara. Sorry. Didn't we just have dinner? Cried Zelda. Your pizza's interrupting our playtime. Go get the door, you great big oaf. And you, Zelda warned me, not a word. I nodded my obedience. Tara rummaged in her pockets for cash and then she hit her forehead with her palm. Oh, go get my wallet. Left it in the room, she said. I'm such a doofus. You, butler, get the pizza and sign for the thing while Tara gets her stuff. I want you to serve us in the dining room. Quick, quick, demanded Zelda. I obeyed, but when I saw how pretty the pizza delivery girl was, I lost my train of thought. As I was about to sign the receipt she handed me, something in my brain clicked. It was another little voice. It told me to get help. And so, instead of my signature, I wrote, Help me. I saw the pizza girl's eyes widen as she read what I wrote. She looked at me, her eyes wide with fear. Then, Tara put her hand on my shoulder. I was a goner, I thought. Did she see? Was tonight the day I die? Sorry if I brought you into this, pizza girl. I was just following my instincts for once. Then, as I readied myself for imminent death, Tara said, What are you still doing here, you bimbo? My sisters are waiting for you to serve them their pizza. Stop trying to hit on the pizza girl. You're already taken. Then, to the pizza girl, she handed some cash and smiled. Sorry about that. Our butler's a player, she said. I added some tip for your trouble. Have an awesome night. And then, she shut the door. I breathed a sigh of relief. Did she really not see? All night, I was on tenterhooks. I wondered if Tara was just waiting till the others went to bed to confront me. I thought she was going to spring it on me at any point. I was jumpy, stressed, and more than a little scared for my life. What if my instincts were wrong? What if that pizza girl was their friend? What if she'll tattle? These were the thoughts that ran in my head as I struggled to sleep that night. Every rustling of the leaves outside, every creaking of the floors, every single odd noise I heard made me jump. So when a loud bang erupted outside, my soul nearly left my body. I stared at my bedroom door in utter fear. I was finally about to die. At least, I hope it will be quick. And then, I heard some scuffling and someone shout, "Police! Freeze!" I was saved. I couldn't describe the relief I felt that moment, even if I tried. I was so scared. And when they finally pried my bedroom door open and those flashlights focused on my face, I cried. I'm not ashamed to admit it. I fully thought I was going to die in that house, and thanks to that girl, I was saved. I guess it really pays to listen to your instincts. I was eternally grateful to Kat. That was the pizza girl's name. We stayed in touch, seeing as we had to testify against my kidnappers in court. But even after Zelda, Xena, and Terra were already sent to prison, we kept texting. She's been to my farm a couple of times, and whenever she'd visit, the house would feel more like home. I really like Kat. And, well, who better to be in love with than the girl who saved my life? Tonight, I'm thinking of asking her out. Wish me luck, guys.